Hi and salam, my friends. I'm Rosina. Thank you for the kind welcome back in my last video. Your support means the world to me. Cooking and baking is my way of staying connected to my roots. And today's recipe is a pure comfort in a bowl. So today I'm doing one of my favorite summer dishes. It's very easy to cook, but it might be a little hard to you to pronounce it. Khoresh Bamieh, you can call it okra stew. Okra stew or Khoresh Bamieh is very delicious. It's seasonal. It has okra, it has tomatoes, onion, garlic, and spices. This is a great example why Iranian cuisine is healthy and tasty, made with vegetables. So let's cooking. For our Bamyeh today, we're starting with these beautiful fresh aromatics. We have our okra. I'm using these large ones today. Onion, garlic, vibrant tomatoes, and lime. Tomato paste for that essential richness and color. And the classic blend of turmeric, salt, and pepper. Traditional Bamyeh is wonderful with beef, but it's just as delicious with tender lamb. I'm using beef today, but lamb is a fantastic alternative. Just make sure to trim off any excess fat. Now let's get these beautiful veggies ready. I'm washing the okra in a big bowl of water and give them a gentle rub to remove any surface debris. Just making sure each one is clean. Once they have had a good soak, I'll drain them and give them one final rinse under the tap, and then I lay them out to dry. Every great Persian stew starts with a solid foundation. I'm using one large onion, diced small, and I have also 4 cloves of garlic, diced fine. Next are tomatoes, 2 large ones diced or a handful of cherry tomatoes for extra sweetness. Just look at that stunning red color. 1 fresh lime or lemon juice for a bright tang, followed by a tablespoon of liquid saffron for that royal touch. Check out the description box for my tutorial on how to get this perfect liquid saffron. Now the most important part, trimming the okra. Here is the secret to a perfect Bamyeh stew. I'm just trimming the very top of the stems here. Make sure you don't go too deep, because if we open up the pot, it releases a glue-like substance during cooking. So by keeping the head intact, we ensure the okra stays tender and your stew will stay rich, clean, and never slimy. Everything is prepped and ready to go. Now we'll saute the okra in the 2 tablespoons of oil over medium heat for about 5 minutes. In my native language Farsi, we call this dish Khoresh Bamieh. Khoresh meaning stew and Bamieh meaning okra or ladyfinger. You can use fresh or frozen depending on the season. And don't worry about the size, whether they are jumbo or petite, the technique stays exactly the same. Once the okra is out, use the same pan to keep all those flavors. Add a splash of oil if needed and toss in the diced onion. I'm using 1 large onion here because it really builds a beautiful base for the stew with a pinch of salt to help it soften. Just fry them until they are translucent and smelling amazing. Now it's time to add some turmeric or zarchube, as we say in Farsi, to our onions. It gives the dish a beautiful golden color. Okay, after frying the turmeric for a minute, I'm going to add the diced meat to the onions and give it a gentle stir until the color changes to a nice brown. Oh God, I love this sizzling sound. It looks really good. While the meat is browning and soaking up all those flavors, I'm going to quickly blend the tomatoes. This is going to give our stew a fresh texture. Now I'm adding 4 cloves of diced garlic to the brown meat. We'll keep stirring for about 2 or 3 minutes, just enough time for that amazing garlic aroma to release. Now that the garlic and meat are best friends, it's time for the tomato paste. We're going to saute this for a minute or two until it turns a beautiful deep red. Next, in go the blended tomatoes. Give it a good loving stir to bring all these delicious flavors together into one happy pan. Once the tomato sauce has thickened up, I'm adding about 700 milliliters of water. Make sure your water is boiling before you add it, because adding cold water to hot meat can make it tough, and we want ours perfectly tender, so don't forget about it. Bring it back to a boil, then turn the heat down to medium-low, put the lid on, and let it simmer for about an hour and a half or until the meat is tender. The meat is perfectly tender now. I'm adding the sauteed okra or Bamyeh, as we say in Farsi, along with some fresh lime or lemon juice, liquid saffron, salt and pepper. And then we let it simmer for 20 to 30 minutes until the sauce thickens and all the flavors come together beautifully.
Ding dong, hear the sound, little feet dancing round. Ding dong, love is found in this coat.
Just look at this. The sauce has thickened beautifully and the okra is cooked to perfection, but it still holds its shape. It hasn't fallen apart at all. That's exactly how you know a Persian stew is ja oftade, or masterfully well cooked. Traditionally, this delicious Khoresh Bamieh or okra stew is best when served with fluffy white rice. It also pairs perfectly with warm flatbreads like pita or naan.